Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. 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 Hey now. Hey now.
Bro, did you just yawn?
I did, man.
In the midst of all of that.
Yeah, I've got, I'm on meds right now.
Oh, man, that was wild.
Yeah, I usually don't do that. Usually I can fight off the yawns when I have them.
Right.
I usually have them pretty early in the show. But John Bird has them at 1:30 every day.
I do not. Where do you come up with that stuff?
Every time I start doing the wheel of segments, you know the wheel of segments.
Yeah, I'm
right?
familiar.
Every time we do that, he yawns.
Well, it's hard to catch my breath. I was born with one large lung and one shriveled up lung.
Lord have
So
mercy.
sometimes I have to yawn to catch my breath.
And that one shriveled up lung is like at 1:30 every day. Help me, help me. And
Man,
then he yawns.
It
Yeah,
is.
I thought being asthmatic was bad, but having, one big lung and one little one, that's tough.
Wish we could get a picture of that one day and post it on social media. Do you think your doctor can get us like an X-ray of your lungs? Does it look like a little chewed piece of bubble gum or something?
Or like
I don't know. I mean, I'm actually going for a checkup
Yeah, tell
next
your,
week and the latter part of next week, so I can get him to do an X-ray.
Yeah, tell the doc, say, hey, I work in radio and I need a picture of my lungs for my narcissistic host who takes advantage of me in every walk of life.
That's insane.
If you could give me a picture of that, that'd be great.
Ah, yeah. So it looks like the Grinch's heart before he found the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, that's it.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. But nah, I don't usually yawn. I just kind of.
What were you pointing at earlier?
So I just saw this. Apparently, Instagram is about to put in some new feature that sends teens search results to the parents.
Okay.
Which I'm for.
Right,
By the way,
that
'cause
seems
it
reasonable.
Keep your kid, from looking up crazy stuff. But my thing is Instagram. What's on there that's that bad that your
Right.
teenager can't see? Maybe you should address that first.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Twitter's also worse.
Oh yeah, Twitter's
worse.
Because the reason is Twitter's a free for all. I mean, it's kind of a free speech platform, so anybody and everybody can do whatever.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, I'm for that. But my thought was, man, kids can't get away with nothing these days.
They can't.
And I tried to explain that to mine. I'm like, dude, you think, oh, well, when you were younger, you got to smoke weed, you got to do this and get away with that and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. Well, if you got a time machine, you want to go back and live that life, you go for it. I said, but things change.
Yeah, it's
We're
the
living in a
biggest
different
because
time.
the one thing that I think this next generation, I'm 30 years old now, so I'm not part of this class, but like they don't understand, and I guess for us and what we do for a living, like you don't have to videotape everything. And I think that was kind of the freedom that we had. Is like I didn't have to worry about a smartphone if I'm doing something crazy. Like it's just me and my boys, and we just out here.
And that's
making
why we got away
memories.
with so much.
Exactly.
Because and that was the sacrifice we made. That's what you tell the kid. Be like, all right, yeah, you can live the life I had, but you got to give up your phone. You got to give up that gaming system and that flat screen TV and everything else. We didn't have all that.
Yeah,
we didn't have nothing to do but smoke weed. So you got all this other stuff to do.
Right, man. It's just, man, these teens nowadays and the access in which they're very advanced technology wise. Like they got it. I'll give it to them. But like, and I say this as somebody that just, I'm approaching 30 and I don't feel that distant until I have a conversation with somebody. And like I hear, I was born in 2007. Like freshmen in college and sophomores and stuff, like they were born in 06, 07, 08. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Let's rewind. Like I was 11, 12 at this time.
Yeah.
And like just the things that they worry about, I'm just sitting here like, I know I'm not this old. Like I just know I'm not.
You're turning into an old man.
I really am. I really am because I'm at this point in my life, man. I'm here for peace. Like I want peace, quiet, space. I am 100% me if I ain't got to deal with all that stuff. Yeah. Like I'm still in my 20s, but like early 20s, give me the loud, give me the debauchery. Like I need the foolishness. But now the later parts of my 20s, I'm like, nah, man, I'm cool. Like,
it's too much. We're too tired for it.
Yeah, like some of my friends, some of my homeboys are like, hey, man, we're about to go out, whatever. I'm thinking, what time are we leaving? Like, are we leaving when the sun
That's the
is
first thing
up?
you think
Yeah.
is like, well, what time are we gonna be able to get home?
Right. And they're like, man, we're probably gonna go out about 10 or so. I'm like, nah, man. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate it. Y'all tell me, y'all be safe. But nah, man. When the sun goes down, I'm usually trying to find my way to the bed anyway. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
good.
you want to talk about going out on like a late night deal, 6 o'clock, we'll start the party. And that can get me home about 9.
Right.
At least I can leave by 9. I'll consider that a win.
Exactly.
Like, I'll do that.
Yeah,
but
they're like, nah, man, we think about going out after. I'm like, nah,
it's
dog,
more like,
I'm
all
good.
right, the parameters are, what time can we get home? Can we get there before the crowds get there? We don't have to deal with a bunch of BS. What are the drink specials?
Right.
How much is this going to cost?
That's it.
And how many people are going? Because I don't want to see anybody that I don't know. I don't have to deal with
Exactly.
it. I don't have to talk to people, whatever.
Like, I have to plan well ahead. Like, I have to plan in advance for stuff like that. So we went to New Orleans a couple years ago, and I think this was kind of like my first eye-opening experience of, I really am getting older. Like, it was about 10:30 going on 11 o'clock. And again, we're down Bourbon Street. It's always jumping, but I found myself kind of, like yawning on the sidewalk. Like, man, I'm about to go home. I'm about to call my Uber. Like, I'm going to the crib. Y'all don't care what y'all got going on. Y'all be safe. Y'all need me, call me. But I'm taking my black tail to the crib and I'm about to lay down. Yeah. Like, I've reached this point in my life of, bro, like, I enjoyed, I had fun, like had tons of fun. Even when I first got here, like I was living like a rock star. And now I'm like, nah, man. Let's, hey man, we're about to go out this weekend. Like, couldn't you told me like a month ago that we was gonna do this? Like, I can't do it, man.
I need some advance notice.
Yeah. The aging process is cool because I don't know when it happened. It just happened. It was just
it just happens.
Because my homeboys, like, they'll tell me, they're like, hey man, you ain't gotta go. And like, if you give me that wiggle room to say I ain't gotta go, I'm not responsible of going. Like,
you're not gonna go.
Yeah, like, okay, appreciate it. You already gave me the option. I ain't going. Like, but thank you.
Yeah, man, we're all that way at this point. Because even like with
speak for yourself, man.
Well, yeah. Now John Bird would hang out as long as possible.
I'm crazy, man.
Even in the parameters of like, the podcast, like we have to put a time limit on the podcast because we're like, me and Tony want to get out of there at a certain time, and then John Bird's just along for the ride. But we're like, all right, we're starting this at 6. Because if I felt like I could start it at 7, I think 7 would be a more appropriate time to start.
Yeah.
But it would just put us just going too late, and that's the reason we start at 6. And so we'll do a 6 to. We've really been even cutting it shorter lately. We've been going like 6 to 7:30, and then do a post show for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and we're out of there at 8:30. And even at that point, it's kind of like it's a struggle. It's like, man, it's so late, dude. I gotta get out of here. The State of the Union speech Tuesday night, longest one in history. Shouldn't be surprised by that. I think it was an hour and 50 minutes or something like that. And I knew we wouldn't be able to go the duration of it, but we planned on taking the post show and covering it as much as we could, and we got about halfway through it. Not even halfway through it. And I was like, yo, I gotta shut this podcast down. We gotta go.
I'm getting tired, y'all.
We gotta go.
And that's the thing too. Like, I have no problem. Like, it's almost a relief. Like, I have no problem telling people, like, hey, I'm going to bed. Like, I'm going home. I don't care what y'all got going on. Call me a bad friend, say I'm getting old. I am comfortable. Because I just want to lay down.
Well, it ain't gonna be long, and your friends ain't even gonna be inviting you out because they're all gonna be in the same boat. When you get where I'm at, like, you barely even hear from your friends because they got so much ish going on in their life,
right?
With everything else that you actively gotta make an effort to reach out to them. Otherwise, you may never hear from your friends again.
Yeah, and I think it's very unique that you say that because I was talking to. Like, we were just having like just a group discussion in our group message, and it's like, when was the last time we all saw each other? And we started putting it together. It's been 4 years since like everybody in the group has seen each other at the same time and been with each other. And it's like, bro, but it feels like it was just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I think for men, it's just kind of, we get into the tunnel vision phase of, man, we're grinding, do what we got to do. Some of my friends have kids, they have significant others, and it's just like, bro, whenever we do find time, it's always a great time. It's just oh, we look up and we look at the calendar and it's like, oh man, it has been since 2022 since the last time we've seen each other in person. But again, like, that's the best thing about having FaceTime, technology, of course, social media and stuff. You kind of keep a grip on everything and see how everybody's doing. But as far as like, because the biggest adjustment I think I had coming out of college was I was so used to walking out of my room, going down a couple floors, seeing some of my old teammates and just busting in their room saying what's up. And then after, we graduate and I got so used to like, dang, I'm so used to just having somebody around, like just to spitball, shoot the breeze with. And it's like, wow, yeah, this is adulthood now.
That's the one thing I hate about not going to college is that experience.
Oh, bro, it was
of living
crazy.
in the dorms
Oh,
and just being
man.
around
Man.
the friends and the shenanigans and everything else.
R.I.P. Birmingham Southern, but dog, man, it was crazy. It was crazy because my senior year we stayed in Lakeview, which was like, I guess you say like the uppity dorms that we had there. And like I could walk into my room after class and there would be like 4 people that don't even live in the vicinity, and they would just be in my room, like in the living room, chilling, watching TV. And then we'll have impromptu parties out of nowhere. Like it's like a Wednesday night and everybody's kind of like, hey, I ain't got no homework for real. So like, what y'all trying to get into? And next thing you know, there's liquor bottles all over the place. And it's like, oh, we playing beer pong on a Wednesday. Somebody's got an 8 o'clock Thursday class. But they like, hey, so what? Let's do it.
I remember after high school, like and this was the extent of my college experience. A lot of my friends went to Montevallo and they joined one of the fraternities. And they were like, hey, anytime you want to come hang out, you just come on, and it could be any day of the week. I'd go to Montevallo, dude, and we'd party all night, and I'd crash on the couch, dude. And it was a blast.
The University of Montevallo, man. I've been around there a few times.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to be responsible. Let me take this break. I know you said you can hang around.
Yeah, I can go to the
bottom of the hour.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's hit this break. Come back on the other side. More of the line right after this. Again, Emo Thursday.
Who is this?
It's a band called Dashboard Confessionals. Dashboard Confessional.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but like that cadence, like the way that song started off, it's very similar to Taylor Swift. Extreme, like Taylor Swift has.
Well, maybe they inspired Taylor Swift.
Maybe so, but that flow was very similar to
You're
Taylor
right.
Swift. Extremely similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. When I listen to songs like this, it reminds me not just of the 90s and being in high school, but also of 90s movies. And I think I got sucked down this rabbit hole because of, and I keep mentioning it because it's at the top of my mind, but the America's Next Top Model documentary on Netflix.
Bro,
it's taken me back to a time.
It's insane. I had never seen a single episode of America's Next Top Model. And my fiance, like, she was just like, oh, like, we got to watch this. I'm like, all right, cool.
But she's not old enough to remember that show, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, is she? When did it come out? It come out in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was young, but like as she got older, she was continuing to watch. And I was just like, this stuff happened. Like all of this stuff was going on. She was like, oh my gosh, you never heard these stories? I'm like, this is not my realm. But that documentary was insane.
Well, I didn't necessarily, I knew about it, but I didn't watch it. But as it's transpiring on the documentary, Trish is telling me, you know, like what's about to happen.
Right.
She remembers it.
Dog, it's crazy.
The reality TV back then, it was just wild. And what I said to her was, you know, it always, you know, gave me this feeling of like, God, I wish I could do that and this goes back to your dorm life when they would take, whether it was The Real World or whatever reality TV show it was, the very first part of the series when they get all the contestants together and they put them in the house for the first time.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's got to be so much fun, dude. That's got to be the best part. You just random people from all over the country, your age, you know, similar to you or whatever, and just all of a sudden you're just living with random people. That's got to be kind of. It wouldn't be cool now. Like I would never want to live with random people. I don't even want to talk to my neighbors. But like if you got to do that and you're 21 years old, like that's got to be the coolest ish ever.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how it was when I went to Birmingham Southern. Like coming from Maplesville, Alabama, like it's a culture shock walking into college.
Oh, I bet.
Like it's a culture shock, and I'm just like, wait a minute, we're all around the same age. I just wonder, like, because you don't know. And again, that's your first experience of, like, okay, a lot of people were just raised different. Like, life is so different for a lot of people.
Not everybody lives like they live in Maplesville.
Yeah,
Alabama.
yeah. Like, it's a little slower pace. Like, you got some freedom, you got some peace. And it's like, wow, like, y'all really do, like, turning up like this. I was like, okay, cool. And I saw the maturation because when I came in as a wide-eyed, you know, bushy-haired freshman, it was, I'm on the football team, dog. Like, I'm here to turn up.
Now, you didn't just come in as a regular college student. You came in as a football player.
Yeah, and
that's kind of a big deal.
It's the balance. Like, I'm like, man, I can turn up on a Thursday and I'm still kind of good to go at practice. Like, I'm not far off. Like, I mean, I might need a little bit more stretching here and there. But by the time I was a senior, it was, it's almost expected of us to, like, regulate what these freshmen are doing. And I had, like, there was a couple instances, like, I had one knucklehead freshman when I was a senior. I was just like, okay, bro, like, you don't understand. You're about to ruin everything. You gotta find the balance. And again, like, I had been that one freshman where it's like, why is coach on me so hard on like stuff I'm doing off the field? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm living. I'm trying to figure it all out. But you kind of see the path that, all right, man, there's a balance here. When we're in the off season, go balls to the wall. Be responsible, but let it loose. But in season, we got to lock in. There's a lot of things that we have to accomplish. But in the off season, absolutely. Enjoy it. You're in college, bro. Like, enjoy this.
But even in the off season, you still got schoolwork you got to do. You got to balance that.
Yeah. Listen, anytime I was in study hall was in the off season.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, or is it a deal where if you are a good enough football player and the grades start slipping, something just magically happens?
No. I was
grade fairy shows up.
I was never that good of a football player. I put it like that. I had to grind it out.
Okay.
But no, it was fun because even after, you know, we didn't win much, but even after games, it was, Man, we go to the frat houses, and it's like I was always known as a dude that's just gonna snatch his shirt off, and it started becoming like a
And snatch a girl's shirt off.
yeah, well, you said it, not me. But I mean, by the time I was a junior, senior, like it got wicked. And the best thing for me is I was single the entire time. So you start to build a little bit of a reputation when it's freshman and sophomore year, and then by junior, senior year, when I'm trying to like clean up the act a little bit, they're like, "Nah, take your shirt off." I'm like, okay. Like I wasn't planning. I wasn't planning on it, but no, but it was. Man,
Do you think that's why it took you a little while to find the one and settle
for
down?
sure, she was there. She knew. She was just like, dude.
Oh, that's right. She went to Birmingham. Southern
Yeah,
as well.
she saw it with her own two eyes. Like I'm showing up at basketball games.
But I'm saying, if you're wild for a series of years,
Yeah, you get a
have
reputation.
to-
You get a reputation.
You got to clean up that reputation,
Yeah.
and that takes time.
I tell
You got to
listen,
rehabilitate that persona that you have.
the way I describe my college life and into adulthood, it's like New Edition. It's like the singing group New Edition. I came in Bobby Brown, like superstar. I came in like, nah, dog, like I'm here for the party. I'm here for the shenanigans. And then as I started getting older, started to mature, it was a Johnny Gill, like very smooth, very professional. Let's go about this the right way. I still got it in me, but it's also like, let's.
Are y'all ever sitting around watching America's Next Top Model, and Brooke looks over at you and she's like, "Take a shirt off."
Nah, my shirt already off. It's already off.
She just walks around with the shirt off.
I'm full unk mode now. It's like, man, if I ain't got to wear a shirt, you'll never see one on.
She's not like, "Hey, just for old time's sake."
No,
take
but
the
she'll
shirt
bring
off.
up certain people. She'll bring up certain times and bring up like certain places on campus. I'm just like, oh, you've seen me.
Dude, we gotta
Unruly.
get her. I know last time you brought her in here, she's like, I don't want to be on the radio. But you have got to figure out a way to convince her. Even if it's just for a segment,
She would do it
on the show.
She would do it.
That'd be so fun.
Dog, because like she's admitted it. She was like, no, there was a period of time like I remembered you. I somewhat was trying to figure out like should I pursue you? Could I pursue you? But I was still in my rock star phase. Like I was still like not
Why don't you kind of butter her up, and next time you're here, when you're here next week, we get her to call in, and we'll just kind of.
I got an idea. I'll put a track together. You write the lyrics.
Oh, God.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, John Burke can write her a song.
You can give her
God.
a smooth rap on the air. Oh my gosh, we got to get together. Okay,
No,
I'm gonna call you later.
I'm bro country, man. It's gonna be
Yeah,
something.
write her a bro crunch.
Okay,
song.
yeah, dang right.
I will say this. She is a Florida Georgia Line fan.
Of course she is.
Okay,
You're not
I'm
gonna marry her.
all
And this
over
isn't like
this.
this is not my influence either. It's how we grew up, and she loves 90s country. She loves old. She loves Shania Twain. Like she loves all the old stuff. But like the bro country phase of her is still in her.
Of course it is.
Still in
Otherwise,
her.
she wouldn't have a ring on her finger.
Exactly. That's why I drew line. Like,
Yeah.
we gonna listen to this Florida
That's
Georgia
where
Line
I
song.
drew the
Yeah.
Florida Georgia
We
line.
ain't skipping this song. We letting it ride. No, it's fun, man. It's fun.
Cool, man. Well, we'll miss you tomorrow. But come back by. You gonna come by Friday next week, or Conrad going on another vacation?
As far as I know, we're both on the schedule next Friday.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you next Friday then.
Sounds good.
Let us know if you need anything, buddy.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Bottom of the hour. More show coming up. 205-545-9950, man. I'm kicking out the jams today. Yeah, baby.
This is Roll the Window Down, crank up the tunes, man, hit the road, baby, wide open, put your arm out the window and do the airplane thing.
Yeah, I need to like, I don't know. When I have days like this where I handpick the music, maybe we should list out and put it on social media. Like, here were how many songs do we have per show? We
12.
got 3 per hour, so that's 12.
I'd thought about that too. I think that would be a great idea.
So if we could, should we just list them out, or should we do like some kind of cool thing like you do where you put the graphic up? Like
that's not hard to do. It's really easy to do.
Is it?
Yeah, you just grab the graphic, put it up there, and
well, let's see. Let's see what the audience says if they want it. Maybe
they're gonna love it, and you know it. Don't deny it.
I mean, traditionally, I get people. It's about half and half. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe about half and half. Half the people are like, "Oh my God, I love your music," and then the other half is like, "Oh my God, your music sucks." You know.
Yeah, but there's some good stuff in there, and if maybe they were listening, you're like, "Hey, man, the second hour, that third song they did, well, on that list, they can look and see what it was."
I often I thought about this the other day and playing music that I'm into. Leland's always told me, he's like, the music is not for the audience, it's for you. It's to get you amped
get that
up
energy.
And get ready
Yeah.
But I got to thinking, there has been a little bit of an advantage for this show with the music that I play, because our audience traditionally in conservative talk radio, it's been older people, 55 plus is kind of your audience.
Yeah, and we love them.
And we love the 55 plus. You guys are the best. But with the fact that and I know this seems very minute to be like, oh, the music has actually benefited us, but I think it has, in the sense of bringing in younger people who, whether they're just flipping through shows or whatever, if they hit our station and they hear a song that they're like, oh my God, I love that song, then all of a sudden they're like, wait, this is a conservative talk station? And then they start listening, then we can,
let's bring in those young troops.
Rope some people in. You never know. Or maybe I'm just making that up. Who knows?
No, those are wise words, my friend.
Yeah, I always got wise words and wide words. 205-545-9950 if you want to get in. JD Vance speaking at a machine shop in Wisconsin at the moment. Let me give you a few minutes of this.
Here today, 165 great Wisconsin employees making great American products at a good wage. This is a place that rewards dignified work, and this is a place that makes America and the whole community richer. So you guys should be proud of yourselves. I want to thank the family, Joe and Cindy, and their beautiful kids, and all. It looks like we got some grandkids here, Joe and Cindy. That's amazing. Life's greatest blessing, of course. So great to have you guys. Great to see you guys. Wait, what is today? Thursday? Should you all be in school right now? I caught you. But this is a good excuse, right? The Vice President of the United States comes to town, so you ought to get a get out of school for the day card. But I want to thank a couple of other people here, because all the things that I'm going to talk about, all the things we've been doing in the Trump administration would have been impossible without a couple of great congressional allies. And so in particular, I want to call out Representative Derek Van Orden. My dear friend Derek, it's hard to miss him. Thank you. I got to tell you, sometimes in Washington, you get to Washington, there are people you can trust, there are people you can't trust. Derek is one of those guys you can trust to always fight for the people who are in this room. He knows exactly where he came from, a proud veteran. And Derek was talking with me backstage. He's like, we got to do a little video together just so we can get it out there for the congressional campaign. And I said, okay, absolutely. What do you need me to say? And he said, well, just say that, we fought alongside each other in Vietnam. I said, Derek, if we were Democrats, we could get away with that, but I don't think that's going to fly. We're Republicans. These media reporters are not going to let us get away with that. But there are so many great things about Derek, but all of the amazing things. No taxes on tips, that happened because of Derek. No taxes on overtime, that happened because of Derek. No taxes on Social Security, that happened because of Derek. So if you are a citizen in this district and you see a big tax refund check come next month or the month after that, whenever you file your taxes, remember it was Derek Van Orden who made it happen, and it was congressional Democrats who tried to stop it. So we're going to send Derek Van Orden back to Washington? Yes.
All right, there's J.D. Vance. He's just touting the administration's first-year accomplishments, kind of standard stuff, but good nonetheless. J.D. Vance going to make a great president.
Yeah, I think he
man.
slimmed down a little bit, man. I mean, he's solid. He and Cash, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's smooth, and that's traditionally what has been able to win elections. So he's got it all when it comes to the presentation, I believe. And as long as he can kind of keep on this road of being Trump-esque, I'm really not even worried about the smoothness. Yes, I enjoy you being able to duke it out with the media and everything else. But what I'm most concerned about are the America First policies. And are you going to implement the policies that Donald Trump has been implementing? Because this man has absolutely set my new standard. I am not accepting anything less than what Donald Trump has given us going forward for future presidents. If you can't do that, I don't want you, buddy. Let's get Dave in Rimlap. Dave, what's up?
Oh, hey, Andrew. Hey now. Yeah, my old buddy that's got a political science major, he ain't got any common sense. And he's got 2 more years after a literary 4-year degree. He could teach college, but he has no common sense. But he wanted to work with us in traffic engineering, painting stuff. So he got a job, and so he was writing for magazines and such, you know. But anyway, he said his famous saying is "Yeah, hey," when you first started talking to him, and it's like you're talking to a teacher or something. But anyway, it's amazing, and he did not know that after World War II, we went from Blackstone law, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, for criminal law. We changed it into a criminal law code, and one of those codes, because the people were so smart at the end of World War II, well-read, I should say, they realized that what the Nazis were doing, so they wrote the Nuremberg Code, and it says that the freedom of the people in this country is first and foremost, and that you don't have to take a damn thing from the medical community if you don't want to. And I'm here. I'm a 74-year-old retired Army veteran, and I live off of supplements. And I am absolutely the healthiest around. So I have no fear of herbal and YouTube medicine. Some of those doctors, you have to be careful. They want money, but they're on the right trail of honesty and being healthy. My main question, I should have called John before I got on air, but and by the way, with the fact of what's going on scripturally, we're sitting on Ezekiel 38 and 39 right now, and there's several other places in the Bible, like Psalm 83. That's the very end time of the church age. And what I'm talking about is the war that we're in with Iran. Iran is ancient Persia. And there's a scripture that everybody needs to go read, and that's 1 Thessalonians 4th chapter. It talks about Jesus coming down in the clouds and taking the church out of here. And then go to Revelation 19 and read that. That's him coming back. It's an amazing time we're in. So praise Jesus. Praise God. He's blessed us with Jesus. That's John 3:16. And when do we do our vote, our primary in the state of Alabama? You guys know?
I think that would be Alabama primary. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. That's going to be on I'm having to look it up. Well, I thought I was going to be able to tell you.
I was thinking it was in May, but it's sometime soon. So we get a handle on that. You need to start using that in some of the diatribe. And all I can say is go, Coach. And thank you for being there, Andrew.
All right. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
And yeah, go coach. I'm for it. May 5th is the voter registration deadline for primary elections. May 19th is the statewide primaries. And then if there's runoffs, that's going to be on June 16th. And then October 20th is the voter registration deadline for the general. And November 3rd is general election day for anybody curious. So there it is, man. Yeah, Tommy Tupperville's got it in the bag. I heard somebody call Leland. I guess it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? And he was like, Tommy Tupperville's going to drop out. And I was like, what? He's going to drop out because he doesn't even live in Alabama.
Oh, here we go.
I'm like, okay, buddy. Sure. Tommy Tupperville, he's got it in the bag, is going to drop out. And the side shows that are the other candidates is I would say it's entertaining. Some people would call it embarrassing. But I'm watching people on the outside duke it out. First of all, you had the Darren Knight comedian that's running on a statewide lottery and appealing HB 445, which is the hemp bill. Repealing. Did I say appealing? Repealing. And I'm for both of those things. But Darren Knight is not going to be able to win because he's not going to be on the ballot. You know, he's got some social media influence, obviously, but that's just not going to beat Tommy Tupperville. It's not. And then for the other guys, there's one guy that's running in the Democrat primary. There's Jamal something. Do you remember I read you one of his posts? What was his name? Jamal.
Was that yesterday?
I think it was Tuesday night when we were at the studio.
Yeah, I remember that.
What was his name? Jamal something. Anyway, he was supposed to be debating this Chad Martin guy who is he owns one of the hemp stores or owned a hemp store, and he's running for office. I guess he's running as a Democrat or maybe an independent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And those two were supposed to debate, but they postponed the debate. And then that Jamal guy got on social media and he was like, "Oh, my opponent's scared to debate because when I debate people, I destroy them and leave no crumbs. So bring your ass." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, people are going to vote for that.
Yeah, what a sideshow that is. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Democrats, man. What do you do? What do you do? You gave them a little hope with Doug Jones, and all of a sudden they think they can accomplish something.
Yep.
I hate to break it to y'all, but Roy Moore ain't running for office anymore. So there's no chance of a Democrat winning, the governor's seat anytime soon. But if you just got money to blow, more power to you, my friend. 205-545-9950. More than line coming up after this. Richard Dixon just walked in here and he just looked at me. And I said, "Can I help you?"
What he said?
He said, "You said, oh, dump that. I forgot there was a bad word in there." Okay, so let me start over since we had to dump that. Actually, I think that can slide. Now that I think about it, but that's fine. Better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely.
So, anyway, Richard Dixon walks in here, and he says, he's just looking at me, and I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "Well, I walked in here, you were talking about something, and I was going to say something about it, but I forgot what it was."
That's what happens when you turn 62.
I said, "Oh, okay, well, good to see you." He said, "I'll let you know if I remember. Welcome to old age." I said, "Yeah, welcome to old age, baby. Welcome to old age. I'm in old age. I'm in the age bracket of going to high school band concerts tonight. That's what I got to do."
Oh, man, it's going to be fun.
I'm
used to
excited.
love.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the kid play some percussion. I don't know what to expect, but
Expect a great performance from him.
it's gonna be a good time. I'm actually our boy Nick Nice is in town. I'm gonna try to swing by and see him tonight if I can, and I'll snag a picture.
Yes,
It'll be
of course.
It would be. Let's see if I do the math here. Let's see, 95. It would be the first time. It would be my first time seeing him in person since like 1999.
Wow.
Like when did he start at the Q? Do we remember? Was
Yeah,
it the
he-
90s?
Yeah, I believe it was 96, maybe 95.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah,
He's got a website.
yeah, because I started working at that cluster, station cluster in 95, beginning of 95.
Let's see. He says at I'm looking at his bio. He said at age 18, I started my radio in Virginia Beach before accepting the night show hosted at the Q. He didn't put a date on here, I don't think. That was when he was 18. So, yeah, it had to be late 90s that last time I've seen him. God, I wish I'd have took a picture with him back then.
I know.
Would that be wild? Yeah. And it really depends on how long this concert runs, on whether or not I'm even going to get by there. But I want to try to go say hey to him.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, reuniting once again. He's a good dude, man. He's technically my friend now. We're friends. We're buddies, and he remembers you well. I know. I think I told you that.
Yeah, we
but,
used to hang some because I would. So a lot of times I worked past 5, and he'd come in and we'd BS.
Did you treat him like a young son since you were older than him? Like taking him under your wing?
Dude, I was like 32.
Well, I mean, he was like early 20s. He was probably 20.
Yeah, but I
21.
mean, maybe older brother, but I was only 32. I haven't always been 62, okay?
Yeah, that's the only bird I know. I only know 62 birds. So
That's right.
I don't know any other bird. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Seth says on the Q, was Luca just a character, or was she really from across the pond? She wasn't on the Q. She was on the X, right?
No, she was on the Q originally.
And then
I had a little bit of a crush on her until I saw her up close. She wore a lot of makeup. And yes, she was from across the pond.
that's so mean, John Bird. Why would
Well,
you say that?
I mean, I had a beautiful wife, and I kind of compared everybody,
Yeah, I had standards back then. Luca was ugly. So I don't know why. Didn't she work for the X at one time? Or am I
Yes, I
tripping?
believe. Well, the Q kind of just had enough.
Was she a little bit of a drama queen?
Yeah, and she was always late,
Ah,
and just
maybe she was still running on England time, and that's why she was late.
for 2 years.
It's like, for 2 years, you've been 6 hours late for every shift. We're gonna have to let you go. So, I think before you got back, me and Carrie actually found her. I think she's at a country station out in like Nebraska or something.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
A country station.
I'm telling you, I think so. Hold on. Let's see. Let me just Google Luca Radio and see. They got the Beham Wiki, which is the Birmingham Wikipedia. Are they ever going to put me on Beham Wiki?
Well, you're not old enough.
Luca World, late mornings and afternoons on 107.7 The X. She spent 2 years with the X before being fired on February 23rd, 98 by station owners Dick Broadcasting. The firing came as a result of ratings concerns, but later returns showed that her time slots had increased in listenership before her firing. It's probably because she was late, not because of her ratings. Let's see. Nevertheless, attitude, blah, 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 polarized accent. After her firing, she was constrained by a 1-year non-compete clause in her contract. It'll then return to radio afternoon host for Clear Channel's The Q. It says, it doesn't say where she is now, but I don't know. I think I can find it. I think I can figure out where she's at. All right. Anyway, hour number 3 up next.